Facebook wouldn't let me go live and do this shit. So I'm gonna do it from my phone and then hopefully they'll let me download this video. So this video is made for my family and everybody else that I have on my Facebook page, and this video is for all the people who always had a problem with spelling and wonder why they weren't good at spelling, literature, and different types of math because it's all been bastardized. Okay. Today I'm gonna teach y'all about the power of words. It says in the Bible, for the Bible thumpers I got with me, it says, in the beginning was the words, and the word was with God. But really, metaphysically, that means in the beginning there was thought. And when action happens, that thought is spoken word, okay? You see me make reference to a book called Daniel Webster. The Devil in Daniel Webster is a book that I want y'all all to read. It's very important. They give it to children that we read when they was in school. I know I read it when I was in school as well. Thought that was very interesting. English spelling is a bastardized language. Again, spelling is basically speaking the means of casting spells is spelling. Like you basically take in letters and turn them into words, and words express your thoughts, and your thoughts, once you speak them, you are casting spells. So basically, we create hell once what we said, once we speak it, it's done. Thoughts live in the astral. Once they spoken, they're beginning to live. Here go a couple of words to show you how they do uh, demonology on words. God backward is dog. Lived, devil. Xanax. A lot of motherfuckers take Xanax. They call them Z-bars. But really, Xanax, if you knew demonology, you could write the name backwards and it still be interchangeable, like Illuminati. Xanax is a form of demonic possession. When they take it, it's demonic possession. Another drug that they take, sorry, this camera dark, is Norco. And if a lot of people know that narcolepsy means to sleep. So when you take Norcos and shit addicted to Norcos is like being in the land of Nod. I'm just showing you the different variations. So let's talk about the words you use. Like a lot of people always bitch me out because I don't say good morning, or I do it to people I don't fucking like. If I tell you good morning, I do not like your ass. If I tell you, oh, be blessed, I'm doing that to be funny. Because, for example, in the dictionary, okay, the word dictionary, you gotta know the etymology of your words and where they come from. The word dictionary means to diction, which means how you say, okay? So, for example, if I say, oh, you blessed, that means to be less. You're supposed to use the word bliss. But when you say blessed, it means to be less, and also means Latin, it means to be covered in blood. Another word that means blood is sa, which is the root word to sacrifice. To bless means a blood sacrifice. Covered in whose blood? They say you bless, you mean you cover in the blood of Jesus, but Jesus is a fucking toothless, so you're covering the blood of someone else, whoever created that thought form. You hear a lot of New York niggas say word is bond, which means their word is God. You got to be careful when you say, oh, I understand, what you're basically saying you're under that person. That's why you never say that shit to the police. That's why they beating y'all's ass and killing y'all's in cars and shit, because they feel that if y'all God, y'all should know your words. You always want to overstand or understand, have understanding, okay? To spell means to spew hell. Unknown. A lot of y'all spew hell unknown. For example, y'all in the store, people bump into you, you will say, excuse me. But excuse comes from the root word execute, which means to open your aura up, okay? My cousin had on her status, good morning, and she always wondered why she's sad. Well, in the morning, you curse yourself, and people curse you back. Good morning. Vowels are interchangeable. They're interchangeable. So you're saying like you're going to mourn good all day. Who the fuck does that? I tell my son all the time not to call himself a goat. He calls himself the kid. Well, that's a banishing symbol, but kids equal goats. So you say that you have children instead of saying kids. Or you will see people that say hello when really hell is low. Okay. Try to use the word, get out. Try to use the word good day. Okay. Or I say, what's up, nigga? And people be like, why you say the word nigga is so negative? But I say, what's up, Naga? Excuse me. Naga means God. And when I say what's up, but hopefully it's your fucking vibration. It's some of the ways I use words. So when you're saying hello, good morning, or basically you're welcoming spells into your life, you are accepting them. Or when you say thank you, it got the word unk is in thank. Okay, which means the peace of you is acceptance. You're giving acceptance, give these things away. Or even when you're doing love backwards is evil, or mean to evolve, when really evolution, I don't know if y'all can see this, evolution means to go outside of oneself. You know, when that's banished that, because we really and invoke going inward, you're really supposed to be going inward. Or instead of saying, you welcome, basically the well is the well to your soul. So when you're saying you're welcome, you are basically inviting low frequencies into your vibration. Well equals your spiritual wellness. Okay. So instead of saying you're welcome to people, I would say I appreciate it. Okay. Another word, y'all Christians like to throw this motherfucker around and wonder why you live these revolving cycles of repetitive ignorance and stupidity. And I ain't mocking y'all. I'm just saying this is shit y'all do. Y'all let a motherfucker rebuke you. Okay? To rebuke means to take away, but to rebuke, anytime when you tell somebody to redo something, you say remember, remind, redo. That means to do it to yourself again. For example, my name is Renisa, okay? And when I look at my word, know the etymology of that, I'll be thinking back to my mind. Remember the sea. That's why I'm so I get so wrapped up about Tiamat, the Titans, and remembering like the divine spark where the soul and stuff come from. My last name is Birdsong, okay? Which bird is the original anthropomorphic symbol of God. Song is a message. So I always say the original God's message. Remember, get back to the sea, and remember the sea, as some people say, is the subconscious. But I'm gonna go deeper into those words too. How they fucking us with those words too. The reason why I don't really use them too much anymore is because, you know, like I said, you grow every day, you learn. You got to look at a lot of these words backwards and the phrases. You see what I'm saying? Like I showed you these words backwards and how they play off of that, or certain phrases backwards. I'm gonna go into that part 2 of the video. I got a client coming in a little bit to get her hair done. But let's talk about another word that Christian people use a lot. Is pray. Vowels are interchangeable. Pray means to beg. Now, if God is your creator, why are you begging? You shouldn't have to beg really for nothing. Wisdom means wise dome. To have knowledge is to know the ledge, which rapper Rakim talked about that. But to know the ledge is also Messianic. And then you get to, let's go into schools. I'm my own children's teacher. The reason why is because the Board of Education, a lot of people don't know, is a Messianic society for children. Any mascot of the Board of Education is an apple or a tree, which is a tree of knowledge, which is their mascot, which is the forbidden fruit. And when you're in school, you learn the spelling B, but B is really 13. If you got 13 and you put that together, you got a V. Okay, which is the divine creator, is the number 13, means divine creator, which is world order, or B equals Messianic, or the spelling B. Okay, they give you these different things. Bees equals to witches and warlock. They are under a queen Messianic hive mind. They have a hive mind. They're deadly. They're basically junior witches, which is high Evi, which is the Messianic hive or whatever. Then you get the PH for farm. That goes back into the drugs we're taking, the Norcos. That's all Messianic, Luciferian symbolism. They're going to fucking, that's probably why they want me to do this video. They kept cutting it off. Because you go back to this. They know about thoughts. They live in astral. And once they're spoken, they live. So, for example, Queen Elizabeth, okay? If you break that name down, you got L, then you got lizard, then you got Beth means house or to bathe, which they do a lot of blood rituals and drinking and shit, which is the house of lizards, okay? And also the queen, if you I don't know if y'all look into her, she has a lot of bee stitching in the inseams of her little outfits and shit she wear, because the hive mind, The Secret Life of Bees, also was a movie, and the lady's name was Lily, but the lady who played her name was Latifah, which she used to be Queen Latifah, which is all form of Messianic symbolism, okay? So basically these is just a basic of some power words. I'm going to turn this board around and teach you some more. Now, here goes some other shit. Basically, what I'm talking about on a Christian standpoint of understanding words and logos, you can look up Deuteronomy 28 and Deuteronomy 29 and John, the first book of John, where they talk about the word, but they use the word logos, which is Greek. Okay, and logos means symbols. Okay, we read backwards, but you're really supposed to read from right to left, but we read backwards. Okay, you got to know it's two forms. It's the etymology, I don't know if I got that spelled right, don't knock me, and tonology. Like I tell people, if you have a hard time with spelling and knowing how to spell and shit, is because we read in a bastardized language backwards, upside down and backwards some of the time, and the vowels are interchangeable. If you look up in Egyptian and Hebrew times, there was no